Hey guys, welcome to BLONITY and to my BMX version 0.7 Bitcoin miner comparison. First, my little disclaimer, it's no financial advice, my own opinion and estimates. My estimates could be completely wrong, don't trust, always verify, understand the numbers, be aware of scammers, and you know the best how to invest your money. Please be aware that I'm invested in all of these companies here I show you today. So I'm very bullish on these. Okay, let's go. First of all, thank you for your support. Thank you for your support on Patreon, on YouTube, on Twitter, and everywhere. We are growing very fast, and it's a very nice journey. Thanks for that. And yes, last week I posted this chart here, where I said is there a super cycle in play, because the first Bitcoin cycle in the early days was this one. The last bull run in 2017 was this one. And now in 2020 and 2021, we are way above the last cycle here. And this is a new chart from Plan B, and we are rising very steep right now. So that looks very nice. And yeah, with all the money printing in the world and all these crazy things happening right now, I think there's a good probability that we are going above the last cycle after the halving. And that would mean we will surpass $200,000. But that's not safe, that's not sure, but it looks very nice right now. But always correction happens. This is not gonna last forever here. We will have corrections. We can see it in the last bull run. We had corrections. There's always some FUD campaigns, and yeah, to get the small people out of this business. And yeah, please be aware of this. But let's jump right into the data, because Sunday is all about data. And it's here the operational excellence. We can see we're now in bull market territory. I mean, 5 weeks ago when we started, Hive was number one with like 100,000 in the operational excellence. This is OPEX 10 here. This is OPEX 30 and OPEX 90. This is not operational expenditure, where you maybe know this OPEX. It's not operational costs. It's the operational excellence. It's my own indicator. And the OPEX 10 here is the 10-day moving average of the daily gross mining margin. So in the last 10 days, Hive made, in my chart here, like $280,000 per day in gross mining margin. Gross mining margin means revenue minus electricity minus maintenance. So the operational cost, revenue minus the operational costs. Okay, so let's go. Hive number one here with 280,000 in the last 10 days in average. The OPEX 30 also very high, close to 200,000, and OPEX 90 also above 100,000. The only one, very nice. HODL also nice increase here. OPEX 10 above 130,000. Bitfarms OPEX 10 160, 170,000. So this week was a very nice rise for all of them. Argo Blockchain still below 100,000, but it looks good right now because Zcash is picking up. The price rises right now, and I think that in the next weeks they will be above 100,000, I guess. Mara still very low because their hash rate is right now very low. But they will increase in February. Until then, I don't use the OPEX indicator or the BMXI indicator, but I will tell you later for Mara. BitDigital also very crazy with 270,000 US dollars per day, and I only have them at 70% uptime because in the last month they mined less Bitcoin than I expected, and right now I use for all of these companies an uptime factor which is never 100%. BitDigital is the lowest right now with 70%, but they're still close to number one here. So yeah, they're making a lot of Bitcoins right now with their 2.2 exahash. And we have Riot, also very nice with 180,000 USD here in OPEX 10. So this is now very bull market territory. We have these steps here. This step here is bigger than this step. And yeah, that means very nice bull market data. Okay, what's about the mining profitability? And you can see why this OPEX data is so good, because the mining profitability, we are here right now, is rising like crazy. We were at the 30 cents per day per terahash. So we're still way above my model. but I'm still not adjusting it because I expect a correction somewhere here in the upcoming weeks. And then when we recover from this correction and we will recover like this, then I will adjust. But let's wait a little bit. I think it's good that we're above the model, and it's very steep right now. Also in Ethereum, we're above the model. Ethereum is doing very good. Zcash, we're below my model, but Zcash now picks up with the altcoin rise right now with Ethereum and the other privacy coins like Monero and Dash, and these coins, they are rising right now. So maybe there's a chance that they pick up and get a better how do you call it, mining profitability. So here I have the share of the global hash rate in percentage right now and the forecast until the end of 2021. One guy in the comment section asked me for this chart, and I thought, oh, would be a nice chart. Thanks for this. So you can see we are right now here. BitDigital is right now at 1.5, 1.6, 1.7%. Depends on the day how the global hash rate develops, because this is very volatile. Depends on, I think, the China wholesale prices on the electricity market. So yeah, they mine like 15, 16, 17 bitcoins a day right now. BitDigital #1 here, big time. But what's very interesting is Marathon Patent Group. If they can get all their disclosed miners, they could be at above 3% at the end of the year. That would mean if, let's say 1,000 bitcoins a day, that would mean they would mine at least 30%, 30 bitcoin a day. And I think at the end of the year, when maybe Bitcoin peaks at that time, the fees will be like crazy. They could double for a short term, they could double or triple the fixed block reward. So there could be days where they mine like 60, 70, 80 or 100 bitcoins. But this is highly speculative, but this is a possibility. If you're a bull like me. Okay, the other ones, you can see the decrease here for these guys because they disclosed not so much hash rate. That means that the global hash rate will rise, but their individual share from the global hash rate will decrease. But Riot and Mara, they disclosed a lot of hash rate for the upcoming months, so they are rising here. Okay, let's move on. To OPEX 3, my first part of the BMX and BMXI indicator. We can see that Hive is still #1. They're making a lot of money right now. There were days with 400,000 revenue, above 400,000 in the last week. So Ethereum is very profitable with this price increase of 100% in the last few days. Very nice. BitDigital, very good, #2, and Riot is right now #3, because they should have a rising hash rate right now. I'm not 100% sure. There's no information, but we will see. If they don't and they tell us soon, then they will drop. I'm not 100% sure about Riot right now. Then we have Bitfarms very close to spot #3, HODL, with right now making a lot of money, but their efficiency is behind the others. You know that. This is Argo Blockchain here at #6. I think they should rise again when they get their new hardware in February, and I hope they can disclose some hash rate soon, some additional hash rate. And we have Mara very low here because they have only 200 petahash or so right now, 200 or 300. So then the next indicator is the HODL indicator, which is also part of my BMXI indicator. And I think last week it was at 60 million here for HODL, and now we are at 85 million US dollars. And that's what I always say, the HODL indicator is very important. You need these bitcoins in your wallet or in your position to make these gains, because the real value is in Bitcoin. And if you HODL it, it will work for you. And that's what HODL did very successful, and that's why they're now #1 and very big. #2 is Hive. They can HODL a lot right now, I guess, after their graphic card upgrade, I guess. Then Riot should be around 1,000 bitcoins right now. Digital, I hope they hodl. In my calculation, they hodl. End of November was not good hodling. It was like 120 bitcoins or so, I guess. I hope they have hodled more right now. Argo Blockchain with more than 200 bitcoins. Bitfarms, I hope they hodl. We will see, but still very low. And Mara, they're not able to hodl big because they produce not so much bitcoin. Not so many bitcoin. So then the HODL-X and timescale. This is the same data, but you can see the timescale here from 1st December to until now. We can see HODL is really taking off here because I also included the yield X, which is the yielding I told you in the last video. In my calculation, they make 3.2 million in this year with the yield of the 1,000 bitcoins, so that's very nice. Hive is number 2 right now. They surpassed Riot. Because of the great Ethereum price rise in the last few days. So their hodling should have increased much. Then Digital, Argo Blockchain, Bitfarms, and Mara. Okay, then we go to Stratex, the third indicator, which is the OPEX 3 and the HODL-X. They're the present right now and the past, and the Stratex is the strategic excellence. And this indicator looks into the future up to 180 days with the focus, but more on the next 30 and the next 90 days. And the Stratex includes the OPEX and the HODL-X, but in the future. And this is the Stratex. I think I will make a video soon. I know I told you, but there's so much data right now I have to talk about. But I will do an educational video about these formulas and these indicators, and I will upload it. It will take some time, but then you will understand it. Okay, number 1 in Stratex 3 is Hive Blockchain. It flattens here a little bit. Yeah, because there are a lot of uncertainties with Ethereum mining in the future, but they're still number 1. I hope they can disclose more hash rate soon for Bitcoin mining. Then we have Riot Blockchain here, number 2, because their hash rate should rise significantly soon. Then we have HODL-8. HODL-8 is dropping in the Stratex. This is very interesting because in OPEX and HODL-X they are rising, but here they're dropping, and I can tell you why. Their efficiency is not so good, and they disclose no additional hash rate right now. So the global hash rate will rise, and the share of HODL-8 will drop. And yeah, that's why they're losing here in Stratex. So I hope they will make moves soon to increase their operational hash rate. To increase the Stratex here. Then we have Digital here, also on the rise. They will soon surpass HODL-8 here. Marathon Patent Group on the rise here because in February they will install their first big batch of miners. I hope so. And yeah, that's why the indicator here is rising, because it's looking in the future. It's forward looking. Then we have Bitfarms and Argo. Both of these, they have to disclose hash rate soon, I guess, to grow here in the Stratex. So then we have the BMX, the BLONITY Miners Excellence. There's no financial advice here again. With HODL-8, Hive number 1, HODL-8 number 2, and Riot number 3. So yeah, we can see Hive is leader in OPEX 3 right now. They're leader in Stratex, and in HODL-X they're number 3 or so. So yeah, that's why they're here in the BMX. They're number 1, and I think Hive is right now. I was very critical in the last few weeks because of some issues there, but with the rise in Ethereum price and some movements of the management with the additional hardware for Bitcoin and so, things looks like they change for Hive, and they are very good here in my BMXI indicator. So that's a BMX indicator, so that's very nice. But more important for me, again, is the BMXI, the BLONITY Miners Excellence indicator. And this is the BMX divided by market cap. And this indicator shows me which stock is right now overvalued or undervalued compared to the others. And yeah, we have right now, like last week, but last week HODL was like 0.42, but now it's 0.27 because of the rise of the stock last week. And yeah, they're number one right now here in my BMX SAO. They seem like the most undervalued in this indicator. No financial advice for all these stocks here. Bitfarms is number 2 and Hive very close to Bitfarms, number 3. So these 3 stocks seem, these are the 3 Canadian stocks here, all traded on TSX or TSXV. Yeah, and they were a little bit forgotten the last week or the beginning of the last week because it was all about Argo Blockchain. They had like close to 10x in the last 10 days. And that was, I mean, this was due. It was talking 4 weeks about Argo, how undervalued they are. They were always number 1 here in my BMXI indicator. And I was always saying there's some revaluation happening, and this happened last week and the week before. So Argo is now in the game here again. But right now the Canadian stocks here, these 3 seem more undervalued, and I expect some huge increases here soon. But I will show you later in the portfolio. You can also here see the market cap. Mara was a short period of time above 2 billion in the market cap. We're now below. So this is the biggest miner right now with the lowest hash rate. But they were able to disclose a lot of hash rate, to buy a lot of hash rate for the future. And that's why the expectations are rising. Yeah, then we have Riot Blockchain. And from the US stocks, right now, BitDigital seems for me like the most undervalued. Also in BMXI, they're the highest here. Yeah, they made 2 weeks ago, they made a big move like 4 or 5x in 1 week. But since then, they consolidated sideways for 1 week. And the other US stocks here, they moved. And yeah, I think BitDigital looks, compared to the others, that there is more potential for the upcoming week, I guess. We can see Argo from 50 million to 500 million now in the market cap. Bitfarms seems very low here with 300 million. HODL 650 million right now, and Hive Blockchain 900 million US dollars. Okay, this is the BMXI moving here on the time scale. We can see here how this develops. They're falling right now because the market cap grows. Because a lot of people are now aware of these companies, but there's a lot potential in these stocks, I guess. Okay, now the part 2, the BLONITY price per share maximum potential for 2021. So I upgraded my data here, and last time the PE ratio was until to 50, but now I did it to 250 here, because I was waiting a little bit. Yeah. Because 5 or 6 weeks ago, or no, it's 3 or 4 weeks ago, I made my first maximum stock price forecast for 2021, and I said, yeah, for Argo Blockchain, there's maybe 110x. The possibility or the potential is 110x in 2021. And a lot of people were laughing about me. I say I'm crazy a little bit. Yeah, and yeah, that's why I was waiting. But yeah, last week there was a time that Argo was at $2 US, and my forecast was $14 US. So we were only 7x away from my first stock price target, and so that's why I was waiting a little bit, because now it seems a lot more realistic, $14 US at the end of the year, and yeah, I now have these higher PE ratios here, because you can see how crazy these things go with Argo Blockchain in the week and HODL with the crazy increase at the end of the week. These traditional PE ratios, like the S&P is like in average is like 30. These things does not apply to these mining stocks. It's possible that they go 100 or 200 in the PE ratio for a very short term of time, I know, or even like Tesla, like 500. This is all possible. And yeah, these are the possible market caps with my earnings forecast, with the Plan B stock to flow model. And yeah, if they perform well, these miners, these are potential market caps. So if we go to, for example, to a PE ratio of 250, there could be Mara, could be a $100 billion company at the end of the year. Seems crazy right now, but you can see what happens in 1 week, and yeah, there will be some other weeks. But again, this is no financial advice. This is right now a little bit a mind game, pure speculation, and yeah, it makes fun. I have fun to shock the people, and I have fun when they are laughing at me, and a few weeks later they think maybe this guy is not so wrong. So I like this, and I will continue with this stuff. So always you can decide which PE ratio you choose here. I'm right now more like the 50 to 100, I guess, because I saw these explosive moves in the last few weeks, and I'm now more confident that we have higher PE ratios like 25. So I'm more like 50 to 100 right now. And yeah, these are my maximum price per share forecast in US dollars for 2021. It's no financial advice, it's just fun here. Yeah, you can see it here. Let's say 50 PE ratio, like Hive 57 USD, HODL 253, Bitfarms 58, Argo Blockchain 22, Mara 406, BitDigital 205, and Riot Blockchain 381 right now. I think a few of them will rise again here when they can disclose more hash rate in the upcoming days and weeks. I expect announcements from HODL, from Bitfarms, from Argo Blockchain, and maybe from Riot, because Mara made a big move. Now it's time for Riot. Also, BitDigital is very quiet. Okay, let's make it short. I expect from all of these guys moves here. Then the BLONITY leverage forecast, which is the most important number, which stock can give you the most X from this point right now. And I said, yes, 3 or 4 weeks ago, it was 110X for Argo Blockchain with a PE ratio of 25. Now it's only 7X. So if you were not invested, then you missed a lot of X. But there's still a lot of potential you can see, especially when we go to the PE ratios like 50 to 100. There's still an average, when we go to 50, an average leverage for this portfolio here with no changes, like 18.7. But yeah, I think with my portfolio investment strategy to swap from the overvalued to the undervalued, there's a lot more X. And yeah, the PE ratio could got a lot higher in this hype phase. And yeah, I can show you. Let's check the chart from Argo. Check the chart from Argo. You can see what happens when there's hype. Check the chart from HODL at the end of last week. This is when there's hype, and we haven't seen nothing in the end of the year or when Bitcoin peaks. Maybe it's earlier, it's later, we don't know. But when it peaks, there's gonna be so much hype. You cannot believe this. This was nothing what we have seen there, and yeah, the valuations are gonna be crazy, I guess. Again, guys, this is no financial advice. It's just a mind game. It's my opinion, and it's fun, and I like it to shock the people here. Please remember that all models are wrong, but some are useful. George Box, the British statistician, said this, and this is very true. So, yeah, what I wanted to say here, a lot of people ask me, which stock should I buy tomorrow, or which stock will rise tomorrow again? I will not answer these questions because I do my videos here and you can make your own decision. I tell you what I'm doing, and then make your own decision, because my opinion is you know the best how to invest your money. I don't know your situation, your financial situation, so please make your own decision here. But educate yourself, and yeah, you're an adult. You should make your own decision. You should be strong, and then you'll feel comfortable. But don't trust anyone on YouTube. Don't trust me. Don't trust anyone. Don't trust yourself and trust your skills and your knowledge, and then you will make the right decision. Okay, but how many X since BMX version 0.2, 0.3? So this was mid of December, the 13th of December. Yeah, we can see the X here, and yeah, within 1 week it changed a little bit, especially for Argo Blockchain from 3.1x to 12.2x. Crazy increase. Also Bitfarms, HODL, Hive a little bit. Yeah, and also these US stocks. So wow, that was a great week last week, and yeah, very good. The move from Argo was monumental. This was very crazy. I hope HODL can do this, or Hive the upcoming week. We will see. Very great week. Okay, so the BLONITY portfolio X since mid of December here. So last week I had 136%, which was my best week so far in the last 3 weeks since we do this tracking here. Before this I had a lot of X2, but yeah, we forget about this. because I started here to talk about my portfolio. So I'm now in the last 3 weeks like 5.75x, which is very good. When you watch here, people will ask me, yeah, the average here is like 5.7. You just have hodled and you made the same gains. Yeah, that's wrong, because in Germany we have a lot of taxes and expenses. So I paid for every trade from the gains 26.375% on my gains. So this is all minus the tax, the expenses for trading and all these things. So without tax, I would have like 180% or so, 170 or 50%, so a lot higher. But this is all minus this. So I would be at like 8x or so. But I'm very happy with this 5.75x. There's a lot to come in the upcoming weeks, I guess. So no financial advice again here. So guys, please always remember, it's gonna be a rough ride. There will be 50% drops for some miners in one day. Can you handle this volatility? To succeed, you need a lot of know-how and nerves of steel. So you should have no emotions here. And yeah, please don't do these games like this. My stock is better than yours and all this stuff. Check the numbers, calculate, and then execute. And yeah, no religions here for some companies that you will miss opportunities, I guess. Should be always open-minded for new companies and all these things. So, but my game plan for the upcoming week, again, wait, see, calculate, and execute. Like Plan B said, it is always the waiting, the doing nothing that makes you money. Okay, to be honest, I was very active last week, but not in the beginning of the week. My strategy now and last week was very successful with the strategy. First on Monday, do nothing, or only very small moves, see how the market develops, and then start on Tuesday slowly, because often when the stock goes crazy on Monday, for example, let's say Hive goes crazy on Monday, often it continues on Tuesday and Wednesday. Like we had in Argo or in BitDigital, it was like 3 or 4 days the rise every day, 1x or so. And yeah, that's why you don't go crazy on Monday. When Hive goes crazy and you swap all in Hive and then HODL and you swap back, you will miss. That's why you should have a diversified portfolio. Then you will be always happy when in case which stock will rise. It doesn't matter. So what's the BLONITY portfolio and the strategy now? Yeah, before the video, BTC dropped like 5%. I don't know what it's right now or how it's tomorrow. But yeah, last Friday I saw a lot of greed on Twitter and all these things. The price was going ballistic or vertical at the end of this parabolic run. So I said I was going into cash, and I did a very short video also on Patreon. I said I will move like 10% into cash, because I feel better to have not 100% in these stocks right now, because I expect a drop in soon. But there's a possibility that we are tomorrow again above 40,000 or 42,000. But yeah, now I have the cash position, which is good. If it drops, I'm happy because I can buy cheaper shares tomorrow. And if it rises, I'm happy, and maybe I will put some cash back into some stock, maybe in Hive Blockchain or so, for a short period of time. But my goal right now is 10% cash, to hold 10% cash, but not every day, but let's say at the end of the week, before the weekend, because at the weekend you cannot trade these stocks. And yeah, that's why I feel more comfortable to have a little bit in cash. You should always not sell all your stocks in the bull market before a weekend. Some other guys on YouTube did this twice, and he was always regretted, because we're in a bull market and the probability that the price rises is above 50% in my opinion. So this is not a smart move, I guess. Okay, so what's the strategy right now? I have now huge holdings in HODL. Last week it was Argo. You can see now it's very low because I sold like 90% of the stocks. And Bitfarms, these are my biggest holding. Yeah, they increased on Friday big time. And yeah, at the end of Friday and the last few minutes of the late trading, I sold another batch of Bitfarms because there was a price pump. So that's why I'm now in 9%. I think in the video was 7%. I'm now 9% in cash, and my gains rose from 135 to 136. And yeah, so the game plan is first wait. I think HODL has a lot to go. If Bitcoin is tomorrow above 40,000, I think HODL will make nice moves next week. Also, Bitfarms is starting right now to heat up, and I think these three stocks here are number 1, 2, and 3 in my BMXI indicator, and expect the biggest moves of these guys. So, but the position will grow like crazy for HODL and Bitfarms for me, and that's why I will start, and maybe on Tuesday or so, to swap these stocks into the other ones. And the goal is to increase the Hive position, because Ethereum is going parabolic right now. The price is going parabolic, and the fees are going parabolic. I will show it tomorrow in the video. The DeFi is going crazy right now again. So the mining profitability is doubled or quadrupled right now, and it's very high, and it's stable right now, very high at 8 or 9 cents per mega hash per day. So that's very good for Hive, and that's why they're in the indicators moving up. So there is also a possibility, it depends on how the Ethereum is tomorrow, that I will decrease tomorrow my cash position a little bit into Hive. When I see, okay, Ethereum is great, Hive is still cheap, then I will maybe go... the minimum now is 5% under the week for me in cash, but at the end of the week I want 10%. So it's possible that I will move a little bit into Hive, because I expect big gains in the upcoming week if Ethereum is rising. So that's the game plan here. Also, maybe I will increase Argo again, but I expect some moves upwards in the first 1 or 2 days. So maybe I sell a little bit of Argo in the early week, and buy back later. We will see. But I will tell you in my videos on Monday, Tuesday, and so on what are my moves right now. I will try to increase Bit Digital, because from the US stocks it seems low right now, from the valuation here, and or it seems cheap. And I will increase Riot. So I want to increase Hive, I want to increase Riot, I want to increase Bit Digital and Argo Blockchain. And I don't touch Mara right now, because I don't work with the BMXI right now. And I have to tell you something else. And on Friday or so I made a video that I will double the US stocks, the 3, with the Nasdaq factor, because it's a different market. And today I did a lot of calculation, and I thought, hey, this is wrong. My model is about valuation and not about prices. So sorry guys, I do change my opinion often, but in this game it's very important to be flexible. So I turned it back, and right now I haven't changed these things. It's again the old BMXI here, and I will use this for these valuations here. Okay, you have to be always flexible here, so I cannot tell you what happens tomorrow. It depends on the Bitcoin price, on the Ethereum price, and how these stocks are moving. That's why Monday is always my wait and see day. Make maybe some small moves from cash into one of these stocks, but no big deals here, because when you do this fast, you tend to sell too early. I think HODL and Bitfarms, they have a lot to prove next week, and they're starting right now, I guess. Also Hive Blockchain, and don't sell them too early. Okay guys, so for the daily BMXI and the portfolio updates, please follow me on Patreon, patreon.com/BLONITY. I know I said I'm open source, but I would say €1 per month is nothing. This is the minimum you have to pay. And I have a lot of expenses right now. I buy some equipment. I want to create my website here. So this is very expensive. And I want to build here my own company. And that's why I need a little bit money to do this, to spend this on these expenses. And it's a lot of value I provide, I think. And I'm not a big YouTube fan, I can tell you, because you're dependent on algorithms and all these things. And yeah, the most stupid videos gets the most clicks. And yeah, that's why I want to have my own website. This is my goal here with the membership. But it will take some time, and I think Patreon is a very good bridge to my own website. And yeah, I also can post there some data, some slides and all these things. So if you think it's worth to pay €1 a month, then you should follow me here and support me, and I hope I will not disappoint you there. So guys, a very long video today, but thank you very much, and see you in the next one. Auf Wiedersehen.